Welcome back. We're doing build number 3 of our V-block clamp system. We're going to make the base today. So I'm just going to draw half of the profile, mirror it, and then extrude it. And of course, we are working in metric again today. So I want to open up a new part. And first things first, when it opens up, come down here, make sure I'm working in metric. I'm going to grab myself a sketch, going to throw it on the front plane. To start today, I'm going to use my center rectangle tool because I can dimension that to my 54 by 50, which is the size of my whole face. And I'm just going to say it's for construction. I'm just using this as a reference so I have something to look at while I draw my lines. So the lines I'm drawing, I'm going to start off with that little notch in the bottom of the top groove. And then I'm going to come up here to this top line. Somewhere in there, and I do not want this to snap parallel to that line because those lines are not at 45-degree angles. Okay, come out here to the side, just drop straight down. I'll get the groove on the side here in a second. I'm not going to hit that on this first pass. This comes in a little more on the bottom, and once again, do not want to snap parallel to those lines. And then up from a little groove to my center line and finish it off. Something kind of like that. Now to make that side groove that I mentioned, I'm just going to grab another center rectangle, go to my midpoint, and the groove I'm trying to make is a 10 by 5, but I'm only making half of it. So I will make this actual rectangle a 10 by 10, and I'll trim away the half I don't want. Quick and easy. Use my smart dimension tool to say, yep, this side that remains is still a 5. And there we go. Now I'm going to start throwing my other dimensions on here. This top one here is a 6. And this angle is a 45. Then I'm going to come on down here. And this little line is a 2. And this space between these is a 20. And I can see that I have my line has shifted off of my origin point. So I'm going to go back to my selection tool real quick. I'm going to add that as a relation. Click the line, hold shift, click the origin point. Say I want these to remain coincident. I want that line to stay on that origin point. Okay, so continuing to work my way around here using my smart dimension tool. This one on the outside is 22. Yep, that looks good. All right, continuing my way down and around. This guy here, I'm going to zoom on in. And it is also 2. And from the base to it is 14. Excellent. It's actually supposed to have a little flat spot here for the notch, which I appear to have lost along the way. So I will go back to my selection tool. Simply grab this line and delete it. Go back to my line tool. Give myself that little flat spot and come on back down here. Excellent. Now the next measurement I can add, this total groove is supposed to be 22 wide. So half of it is going to be 11. There we go. That's looking like it's coming along real good for us. And I can select this point here. I no longer need it. Get rid of that one. Oh, and I need to define this angle down here. Angle is going to be a 45. Okay, now that I got my shape, I can say mirror entities. Ask me for the entities that I want to mirror. and I can just click and drag, grab the whole darn thing, asks me what I want to mirror about, say that line right down the center, it flips it to the other side. I can then turn it into an extruded feature, and I simply have to select which of the chunks I want to do. I want to do both of them, and this has a length of 75, so I will do 75 on the mid plane, and there you go. I got myself my base that I can then build the clamp off of when I assemble it in the next video. Well, I hope this was helpful. Hope you're having a good day.